Hi everyone, it's Tuesday night, the 28th of July, and day 210 of Living the Dream. My power statement for today said, I will set up a new job in Upwork to find a Facebook advertising ad manager guru who is willing to become my coach on setting up my Facebook ads. Before I go into this power statement, let me read my to-do list first. There it is, right here. There's 4 yellow highlights. 1, 2, 3, 4, check my account, check my emails. And then I said number 4, call and have a talk with Dirac. It's D-I-R-A-C on Facebook at 4:45 p.m. I did it all. Let me just run through a couple of thoughts on this. All 3 of my important tasks were related to getting a Facebook ad manager coach. My number 1 most important task, I always want to have on my start of my list, is my most important task for the day at the top. Then my fun task, then my exciting task. So my number 1 most important task for today was to fix my Facebook ad by finding a Facebook ads coach who can help me get it off of rejected to active. My fun task was to connect with and secure a coach who would coach me on Facebook Ads Manager. And to do it for the rate I was hoping that he or she would be willing to do it for. And my exciting task was to get my Facebook focus group guru friend and get that ad fixed so that I can then watch and publish it and watch the statistics come in so that it can become active and away it goes. Well, once again, it's obviously at the end of the day today, and so let me run through my end of the day success routine first, as Croy Sather teaches. He says, get honest with yourself, Marty. What didn't go well today? Or what could you have done better today? What did you wake up early and start strong? Check. Did you start your morning putting that cold water on your face? Absolutely. Did you start your morning with power? Were you productive throughout your day? Check, check. Did you get the most important things done today? I'm going to talk about that in a moment. Did you move your goals forward? And did you show up as the person you wanted to show up as today? Did you serve yourself right? What about your personal time with Kathleen? Great. It was a great day. And I was present for her and she was present for me. In summary of these get honest with yourself questions I asked, were you honest with yourself about today's task, Marty? In other words, did you keep your commitments and promises you made to yourself this morning? Well, this morning's promise was to simply do everything I could do to secure a Facebook Ads Manager coach and then work with that person until I got the ad up and running and active so I could publish it. And guess what? Bam, done. I found a coach, and it's a he, D-I-R-A-C, direct, and so I kept my promise I made to myself. The next question is, what movies did you watch in your mind today, Marty? Did you make time for them? And were there any movies that were called up onto the screen of your mind by your 2 amigos? And if so, what were they about? Well, of course, I wouldn't miss watching my must-see TV favorite 5 movies every morning, and I did that, and it was fantastic. And then my 2 amigos knew I needed some uplift, and so they pushed onto the screen of my mind some pre-played movie clips of me finding a great Facebook ads coach. I imagine that, having that discussion. It's really kind of great. They were fun and exciting, so I couldn't wait to get up to my office this morning and get after it. Next, Cray asked, was there anything that didn't go well today, Marty? In other words, was there one thing that you could have done better? And what one thing would that be that would make all the difference going forward day after day? And another way of saying it is, what's the one thing you'd want to get done tomorrow, even if the day goes sideways on you, you'd still feel like a success and feel like you accomplished something great? What would that one thing be? And once you decide what it is, put it into a power statement. Well, once I got up to my office this morning and did everything that I listed on my workday checklist, you know, I go through that this morning, and I took my success vitamins. I talked about that yesterday by repeating my success vitamin quotes. And after I listened to my motivational success music, so fun, I went onto the platform called Upwork, U-P-W-O-R-K, and finished setting up my job post. And within 30 minutes, I had 5 replies already. Woohoo! I then replied to all of them, and one of them got right back to me, and so I communicated with him back and forth on the Upwork platform, and finally I set a call, and like I said, it was for 4:45 or something like that this afternoon, earlier this evening, to talk to him and walk through this process and do it over the phone. And actually, I did it in a Zoom call. I did the Zoom call about 4:41, and I shared my screen with him, and he walked me through step by step and issue by issue, counseling me, telling me, and I took some notes, and it's all recorded, though. That's what's so great about Zoom, moving and going and sharing the screen. It's captured. I was pretty much set to publish my ad when it was all done. It was about just 5-6 minutes shy of an hour, but he told me to hold off because he was going to send me some more audience targets to add to my targeting screen and put those all in. And then I could hit the publish button and see if it came back to active after it was, I guess they're just looking it over, and then all of a sudden it shows active or rejected or ready to go. Well, I'm not sure what happened, but I didn't get the list later this evening, and so I sent him a new email on Upwork to check in with him. I finally heard back from him late this evening, and so I wanted to wait until tomorrow morning to click on the publish button once I entered all those audiences. I thought to myself, once I have the list, I'll enter them in and publish the ad early tomorrow morning. But this is a big but too. Earlier this evening, I watched a video on setting up YouTube ads, and that's part of the two things I was doing. And I had been swamped with this Facebook ad stuff and getting a coach and talking to him on Zoom and that Zoom call. It just wasn't time to be able to get that watching in now that YouTube video. Well, tonight I had the time and the opportunity to watch it, and it was fantastic. In fact, it made me question whether I wanted to go ahead and run my Facebook ad before I run my YouTube ad. I learned several reasons why I should do YouTube ads first and not do the Facebook. For example, I don't pay for the ad until 30 seconds. Well, I've seen it where we go to look at a video and there's a little ad that pops in and says skip, but it goes, I found that the ad itself, you don't get charged for it until it hits 30 seconds. So you basically got free exposure and 29 seconds of exposure before you click off or get out of there, and you don't pay for that. It has the skip feature, like I said, and the in-market people are easier to target. These are people searching and looking for what they're wanting. They're saying exactly what they're looking for, and setting up an audience in YouTube's ad manager is much easier than the Facebook ones, I'll tell you that. And there's several more points that I could go into, but Facebook charges you for every view, no matter what, no matter how long your ad right there or they watch, they're charged. Whereas in YouTube, you're not charged until it hits that 30 seconds. Wow. Another thing I learned about YouTube, in-stream ads is what they're called, is that I can piggyback on other people's brand and traffic. You've seen it. You've gone to look at a thing that had 2 million views, whatever, and you're going to look at, and an ad comes on. Somebody's piggybacking on that branding and that power of attraction of good topics, and they're right there, and you get to piggyback on. You're the first thing they see before they go actually see the video they search for. As far as I'm concerned, that's huge. Anyway, I'm thinking that I will do the YouTube ad first to see how it does before I run my Facebook ad. We'll see tomorrow. Anyway, here's my power statement that I typed up for tomorrow morning. I will enter the new audience this tonight, and before I go right to bed here after this video is done. And then tomorrow morning I will set up my YouTube ad, and then before I click on the publish button for my Facebook ad, I'm going to do some more homework on YouTube and determine whether I should do that one first. Next, I want to answer my question I came up with as part of my getting honest with myself routine, where there are, in other words, were there any mistakes or failures that I haven't made, and if so, there is a tool of success I can come up with out of it. Well, I said I would get a coach, and I did. I said I would get the ad ready, and I did, except for the list of audiences I need to get that I needed to get from Dirac, and I got those, and I'll put those in. And because it's late, and I barely got the list, I'm going to do the clicking tomorrow and that kind of thing. But it may have been a good thing that it came late and delayed this, because I learned so much about YouTube ads. So in a way, I was fresh, and now it's great. So interesting how that works. So today has been an interesting day, and no, I didn't make a mistake. In fact, I may have dodged a bullet with this delay blessing me that way, so I can check out doing a YouTube ad first, but we'll see. That'll all be determined tomorrow. The next question is, what was your biggest success today, Marty? In other words, what did you do well today? I think my biggest success today was getting my Facebook ads coach through Upwork. Didnt is a wonderful guy. He knew his stuff. He was generous with his time and his service and fees, and he really helped teach me a lot of stuff about Facebook ads, and it cost me 25 bucks. What a great deal. And he's my coach. I can text back. It's just nice. Coaching, isn't that great? We all have this opportunity. The next step of end of the day success routine is to rate my day's effort. And so I gave today a 9. And I gave it a 9 because I worked at the speed of 9 today. I jumped right into it with both feet. I secured my coach, and he helped me get things ready. And I did everything else that I wanted to get done today. And so all in all, it was a full day and a successful day. So bam, way to go, Marty. I'm ever so close to running my ad. I am. But, be it a Facebook ad or my YouTube ad, it will get launched before the end of the day Friday, period. Okay, I want to end my day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle, like yesterday's principle on the opportunity, that principle of opportunity, that says the world is full of opportunity. I agree that this world is far from perfect. You don't have to be a brilliant person to know that. But in spite of that fact, it nevertheless contains many, many, many opportunities for those of us seeking fulfillment and whether or not we want to achieve something great in our life. Some people spend all their time criticizing our American culture. And while some of their criticism may be quite valid, and some of it is, we still need to be pragmatists. We have to ask ourselves, where have men and women grouped together in civilizations and behaved like angels all the time, with absolute justice and absolute constructive effort and absolute brother and sisterhood, and continually enjoying peace of mind? Nowhere. We live in an imperfect world, in an imperfect culture, and as you settle in your easy chair after a hard day's work and pull it back into the dead position to read your newspaper or check out the news on your cell phone, where you can view all the frightening headlines, getting upset about some of them until finally you are thoroughly irritated and you throw your newspaper at your cat. Wow! Yet ours is a world of opportunity still. The frontiers are not all closed and the doors are not all shut. We can still look forward and we can still move forward toward exciting new opportunities. How, you say? Well, number one, keep an eye on the red light that's on your mental dashboard, which you use to stop yourself from moving forward towards opportunities. Stop doing that. Second is to live in the present. Third is to stop belittling yourself. Fourth is to try to set constructive goals. And sixth is to stand up to crisis in our lives. Don't let them throw us off our course. The next thing I'm grateful for is the law of cause and effect. Thomas Edison, who, by the way, was told that he was too stupid to learn anything, and yet became perhaps the most prolific innovator in history. Anyway, he said that he didn't fail. He just found 10,000 ways that didn't work. Isn't that a great attitude? Great mapping. That's a mindset of power. He put the law of cause and effect to work for himself, using the scientific method to eliminate what didn't work. He used the law of persistence to push through those 10,000 attempts, and so on, confirming the laws of success in his life. Whether Mr. Noble or Churchill, who I mentioned in last evening's close, or whether Mr. Edison followed any set of laws or secrets of success intentionally, is actually unknown. The fact is, they confirmed all of them, and the world is better off for it. It also doesn't mean that they didn't embody a greater purpose either. Their own individual sense of purpose enabled each of them to achieve outstanding success in their lives. Cause and effect governs the laws of our beautiful universe. I'll just say this. We as creations of the universe, be it God, a higher being, a divine intelligence, or something else that you want to define it as, each one of us are subject to its laws. Aren't we? Listen to this quote by Carl Sagan, who was considered by many in the scientific world to be the greatest astrophysicist who ever lived. Here's what he said. The nitrogen in our DNA, the calcium in our teeth, the iron in our blood, the carbon in our apple pies, all of this stuff was made in the interiors of collapsing stars. So we are all made of star stuff. All that's saying is the universe is full of elements and materials. It's a materialistic world, even seen and unseen. And of course we're made of that dirt, that stuff, or that stardust. Next, I'm grateful for Oscar Wilde, who said, "Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle." Oh, what a wonderful statement. If we can help others believe in themselves, then we truly are on the path of living the dream. So there you go. So ends another day on my journey to business alignment. Like every night before, I'll be right back here tomorrow night at my computer, sharing another day in the life of Coach B. But until then, I wish you all continued success. Good night.